Hello friends. Welcome to Bunny Stories book. Today's story is very interesting. It is about the magical fairy star, how she used it magically to fulfill her dreams. The bright, full moon was shining through my window on a warm, summer night. The bright stars were out, making the land light enough to even ride my bike. I looked out my windows to see if there were any constellations out tonight. I could not see that well, so I grabbed a pencil and paper and snuck outside. I figured this would be a good picture book to write about. Everyone was fast asleep. It was as light as sunrise and humid outside. I laid on the green grass and put my hands around my head as if I was watching the clouds. I looked at all of the constellations that were up in the dark night sky. That looks like a rabbit, I whispered to myself. And there is a turtle. I quickly jotted down some ideas. I walked around, looking and writing. Then I began to make it fictional. Suddenly, a shimmering sparkle came from the black sky. A beautiful girl gently floated down. She had on a short, white dress with silver ruffles. Her long, silver hair went all the way down to her waist. Her bangs went all the way down to her white eyebrows. A shite star was clipped to the side of her hair. The girl even had long, black eyelashes. She also had on silver tights and sparkling, white shoes. The girl also had tiny, clear wings, and in her hand, she carried a white wand with a silver star on top of it. Hello, I am the Star Fairy. I make all the constellations that are in the night sky. I was speechless. My mouth dropped open. Watch this, said the star fairy. She pointed her wand at a blue flower. She raised her wand above her, and the flower followed it. The wand acted like a remote to the flower. Then, the star fairy flicked her wand and the flower shot up to the sky like a rocket. Beautiful, silver sparks came down like fireworks. Right where the fairy had put it, a constellation of the flower was up in the sky. Wow, I whispered to myself. The star fairy smiled. Then she spotted my writing. What's this? She asked me. Oh, that's just my story, I replied. The star fairy quietly read my story to herself. You know, I am almost done with fairy school, but I have one more test. I need to put a constellation of a work of art in the sky. The other fairies are putting in pictures. But I think that this is the best work of art I have ever seen. Would it be okay if I use this to put it up in the sky? It's a great work of art, and I bet everyone would love to read it. Of course you can use it, I replied. Thank you, said the star fairy. Then she pointed to my writing. The writing flew out of my hands and followed the wand. The star fairy swirled her wand and the writing flew up and hit the sky. I started up, looking at the beautiful constellation that she made. I smiled. Then the star fairy waved her wand to me. Bye, she said. I gave her a little wave, and with that, the star fairy vanished. She disappeared like a ghost. All that was left was a couple sparkles floating down from where she was. The very next night my parents and I were looking at the stars from my window. The shining stars were burning as bright as candles. Hey Grace, my mom said. That looks like a piece of writing. It's a fantastic work of art, my dad added. I smiled at both of them. Suddenly, I noticed a shimmering sparkle coming from the night sky. It came from a wand that belonged to a beautiful girl that made all these constellations, and my writing that was shining in this magical, bright, summer sky.